So, good morning, everyone. My name is Amit Garg. I'm an architect and I have a master's degree in product design. I'm from School of Planning and Architecture, New Delhi. I passed out in 1993 in architecture and 1996 from master's degree. So it was a unique combination where I could, see different aspects of design. As you know, design is something which is a very wide field, and you can have any layers of understanding of design in any project or any thing that you do. There can be various levels, there can be various depths and layers. So it is very important for us to understand what is the depth. Any task that we are doing, in any project that we are doing, any design that we are doing, and it becomes very important because that is what is going to give you the leverage to become, at a higher level. If you deliver more, if you are considering more issues, then it becomes then definitely you are a better designer, a person who is not being aware of these issues or who is not considering these things. I'm sorry, I use the words he, and in fact, he and she is going to be used. There's no gender bias. And so I started designing the systems themselves in 2015-16 and started a company called iCubics. Now I'm founder director of this company, and I'm not doing any consultancy or design and build work at this point of time. But as I was saying, being an architect, having done interior design for 25 to 30 years, and having understood, how detailing is done, how the products are made, how systems are designed, to help out any domain. So in our case, interiors. So having that perspective and understanding in depth, I think it will be. I will be able to share a few things with you which will add value to your profession, to your understanding, and for you as people. Because I always like to say, it is not just about mechanically designing something. It is about a kind of person that you become. It's about character development. It is about attitude development, and that is what we always advocate. I mean, I am a proponent of this. You can say is this thought that the designers are not just people who craft things on board and have a basic understanding of what materials or systems are all about, but much more than that. And it is an all-encompassing field, because here you are going to help someone build some interiors. We are going to create spaces where people are going to live, where people are going to work. So more empathy, more depth of understanding is what is required. So I will share my presentation. So as you can see, the title is From Surface to Intelligent Infrastructure. Here I tried to capture the depth, that it is not just a surface we are aesthetically sketching or designing or putting in your drawings, but it is much more. And infrastructure is something which I want to focus on, besides the other aspect of the psychology or the cultural statement and other things. So before we talk about systems, I want to ask you something very simple. What is a ceiling? Is it just I don't know whether if we can have an interactive session. So if there's some students wants to speak, we can also, it will be nice if we can do that. So is it just the fifth surface of a room, or is it something more? Because most people look at ceiling as finishes, but as designers, we must learn to see ceilings as systems. And they represent intent, performance, engineering, maintenance, and we will not just talk about ceiling types, but we will also like to talk about why ceilings are there, how they have evolved over ages, and what they do technically. What is acoustics, and how ceiling is critical in maintaining the acoustics of room, which is a very important function of interior design, and what modern systems offer. And finally, how innovation is changing ceilings from static surfaces to future-ready infrastructure, in which iCubics is playing a dominant role. And to start off with, what is a ceiling? A surface, a finish, or a system? Generally speaking, it is the soffit of a slab. It is the underside of a slab. So it is called the soffit of a slab. But in the interior terms, it would be the secondary layer, which is suspended from the slab, the structural slab, and to perform different kind of functions. And that is where interior designers become very important, because they have to really control and design that ceiling, which is in the intimate touch of the space which is being occupied, right? So as I was saying, ceiling is not decoration, it is infrastructure. You have a concrete slab, You have metal hangers. Usually, I mean, and I would also like to encourage you, everyone, each one of you, to really think, out of box. Think in a different perspective. So you need a secondary surface which is hanging down from the main surface. So what would you do? You need hangers to suspend that. And then there is a plenum space. That is the space between the secondary, that is the false ceiling that you have designed, and the concrete slab. And there's a lot of services which are going to go through that. And then, of course, the false ceiling itself. Uh, this is a bit, what would you say, dry, a little bit of for discourse or what we are talking about right now. But gradually it will become more interesting, as you would really find. So why do we need a ceiling? Now the ceiling is there for space making, so that you can design and define a space. And then, of course, there's a performance aspect to it. What is the performance aspect? Performance can be psychological, performance can be physiological, performance can be acoustic, thermal, fire performance, and other aspects, because interior spaces, all the elements have a performance element attached to it. And so it is defining, it is affecting your psychology, it is affecting your perception, and it is the service integration. So whatever the services are going, the ceiling has to interface with those services so that they can become effective. And of course, the maintenance. So once the services are there, once there is something which is existing in the plenum space, you need maintenance for that. And most of the people actually don't think about, I'm sure not many of you would think about, designing an access to those services while designing a ceiling. Though you are students, but you should become aware of it from day one, because that is going to define the kind of output that you are going to deliver as professionals. And so the first thing I was talking to you about, of course, visual dominance, the psychological layer, I would like to call. And in most interior perspectives, the ceiling commands a visual real estate, which means to say that approximately when you look at the room, you are not even aware, but in fact, ceiling occupies, along with the floor, a major part in the visual field, almost 30 to 40%. And when you are looking at the walls, in fact, they are comparatively much lower. But as interior designers, mostly we are focusing on elements inside a room. We are talking about partitions of the walls and a bit of flooring, but we don't talk about the ceiling too much. And that is the kind of focus which I want to bring about in my talk today. So we really talk about the psychology. Apart from that, what is that? What exactly the ceiling is doing? It is defining zones. In the image on the left, you can see it is an open ceiling with an exposed concrete slab, and the surfaces are also exposed. And this is the contemporary language we usually come across in contemporary interiors a lot. But as you can see, the flooring and the ceiling elements are defining the spaces there which are occupied. And this designer has done it in his own way. And so you see, the ceiling doesn't have to be continuous. Ceiling doesn't have to be there. It can be there, or it may not be there. But if it is there, then it is helping define the zone. When it is expressing identity, communicate brand and character. What the philosophy of the company is. So if you're selling, for example, card furniture or Jodhpuri furniture, traditional ethnic furniture in a retail showroom, I don't know whether you would want to go in for this kind of ceiling, or maybe you still might, and you might like to make a statement. Look, I'm talking about coexistence of ethnic or traditional design aesthetic sense with that of contemporary language. And how you do that is where you, as a designer, your sensibility, your professionalism or your expertise come in. And of course, controlling the proportion is a very, very important thing. For example, in this case, you can see that the image on the left has got lower, or let us say a normal ceiling level, but on the right, it is, as you will see in atriums of many malls and institutional buildings, in the entrance areas are, so very lot of height is there. And that means grand, that means institutional, that means authority. But it is definitely not intimate, because it is meant to intimidate or scale down the human presence, and says the space is big, the institution is big, the company or the organization to which the space belongs is big. Or maybe if you're talking about public spaces, that means you need to tone down the ego of the occupants to say, look, you are an occupant of this space and you are not the master of this space. While on the left, you will see it is more intimate. So people come here to enjoy. And they have some intimate conversations, or they want to relax, which if you are sitting in the right space, I'm sure that is not going to happen. You are going to be awestruck. You are going to have a different kind of experience altogether. Not that you can't have a coffee sitting there. And okay, and then there is the performance layer. So we were talking about services which go above the ceiling, which will be since I don't know if some student, a few of the things are written here already. But if someone will like to come over and say, what are the kind of services which go above the ceiling in the illustration, you can see it, and some names are written there. Would you like to share something?
So they can be electrical services,
Yes.
then AC for the air circulation ducts, and I can remember these two.
So there may be, then they're talking about AC, there are AC ducts, then there are AC machines themselves. Then there are a lot of sprinkler systems, firefighting systems, smoke detectors, firefighting systems with different kind of pipes which will have valves which need control. Above ceiling fire detection smoke detectors will need access because they need to be reset. Of the AC ducting, they may need some maintenance or repair. But of course, no one gives access to the AC ducts as such. If something happens to that, you have to break down the ceiling or dismantle it somehow. But the AC machines which need regular maintenance, you need access for that. And the electrical of different types, there may be high voltage cable rails, or there may be circuit wiring, or there may be low voltage systems related to data and telephone, etc., etc. And of course, the lighting wiring, and the lighting drivers. I know you may be saying, what is lighting driver? But when you may know, or you may be on higher semester, or you may have come across that modern day lighting requires all these LED lighting are low voltage systems, need drivers, which are electronic circuits to control the flow of electric current. And of course, plumbing. Yeah. So you see the plumbing pipe which is hanging down here. So in many of the modern buildings, you will see that the plumbing of the upper floor is hanging down. So there is no drop slab. So earlier, or maybe even residential, many times we do, or maybe a lot of commercial buildings also. But that's the way architects have different design sensibilities in what they really want to do. They may want to put the slab at a different level and hide the plumbing in that layer, but accessibility becomes a problem. The maintenance becomes a problem. So plumbing is now hanging down in the floor below, and there you will need access to if some maintenance is required, you can easily do that. And so many people are doing that. So there are a lot of services which are going inside this ceiling, and and of course it will be chaotic, because if you are exposing them, you need to lay them out beautifully. You have to color code them. You have to make them look aesthetics, which is a difficult and expensive thing. So many people say, "Ki paisa bacha lete, let us not have a ceiling here." And I tell them, look, it is going to cost you double, and it is going to really, not many teams are efficient enough or good enough, to create beautiful exposed ceilings, open ceilings. So ceilings do hide all these chaotic services which are going inside. So when you look at the ceiling, you have to understand that the services are there. You need to access them, and it needs to be coordinated. It is written. The title of the slide is "Ceiling is Coordination Layer." So when you practice as interior designers and architects, you will realize that a lot of effort goes in coordinating the services. So you will have consultants. You will have MEP consultant who's handling multiple things, or maybe you will have HVAC consultant is separate, the electrical consultant is separate, the plumbing consultant is a separate consultant, and then you will have low voltage person, you will have lighting consultant, you will have fire consultant. So all these consultants will be saying, "मेरा service is ऐसे आएगा, मेरा ऐसे जाएगा, क्योंकि आपकी space को ये requirement है, क्योंकि ये है." So as designers, you will have to help integrate all those services and coordinate them to to run the show. Like you are going to be the director of the show, so that different actors or different contributors, whatever they are saying, you will have to manage it. Or maybe you are acting like a chief minister or prime minister who is managing the cabinet ministers. Everyone is saying, "I want this much budget, I need this much thing, and then I need that thing." So you need to coordinate all that, and you have to really understand how to ultimately design ceilings which are able to accommodate those services. And of course, as I was talking about and I have been mentioning about the access. So when you have so many services going inside the ceiling, you need an access to it. If you cannot maintain it, you did not design it. So this statement is somehow, like you like to claim I didn't do it, but so once you have the services, how do you do that? How do you access the service? That is through ceiling trapdoors or ceiling access systems. And believe me, most of the services, most of the institutes, they are not teaching them about. Even if you go and practice outside the designers in offices, you will realize that this is something that usually people do not talk about, or people not aware of, or they do not have the expertise. But you see, this is some. So you could see how these trapdoor are there, and the doors can open, and you can access the services inside. And that is one of the ways to handle access without breaking, dismantling ceiling. And you will be surprised how often internationally people are not really addressing this issue, which we as at iCubix and we as a designer, I have handled that. But we'll talk about that, more of that later. So we have been talking about, generally speaking, what the ceiling is, that it's an infrastructure system and not just an aesthetic element, and that there are a lot of services which are involved here. And of course, it is a performance layer which we'll be talking about. But let us talk about, because I don't know, maybe the slides got messed up, and I wanted to talk about that. It is a performance layer because we are talking about acoustics here, we are talking about thermal comfort, we are talking about fire safety, we are talking about air movement, and all that needs to be handled. Let us see if that slide happens later in this. But otherwise, just be aware that that this is a very important aspect, And so historically, when we talk about, let us go back in time, and generally, the society was divided into parts, the poor and the rich. I mean, I'm using very maybe politically incorrect, but two kind of segmentation of the society. And ceilings for the common people were like, something like this. And typically you will see across cultures, you have exposed beams, you have some lime plaster, and purely functional. It's rather than functional, it is structural, I would say, because the performance parameters, there are no services which are going inside. There is no aesthetics value which needs to be high level. It is not much of a statement which you want to make. You see, the life was much simpler, politically, economically. Like, what is the kind of statement a common person would like to make today? If you go to even a middle class ceiling that you're going to design an interior, there's a statement attached to it. Who that person is, what is the background, where is he coming from, what is his culture, where is he, where he has been in his life, has he been traveling, has he been, what is he talking about, and the ceiling design can reflect that. But in ancient ages, not much of that statement was there, and there was one desire to express oneself to that extent. But yes, it was different case altogether when you're talking about powerful people, the rich people, or when you're talking about the religious institutions like the church, the temple, or you're talking about the kings, or you're talking about the nobility. And there, you see, you saw different kind of ceilings like coffers, the domes, and you have got a lot of murals which did go onto the ceiling, and the paintings and the ornamentation. The ceiling was power, it was identity, it was political. Ceilings told stories. There was a lot of emotion, and of course they began the panels of the canvas to tell people about what needs to be said. So if you see, there are a lot of sculptures in the temples, even on the ceilings, a lot of patterns which was tantras, which were yantras, which were like religious patterns or cosmic patterns, or maybe paintings which were talking about. In the Western culture, it was more of painting and less of the sculpture, but in Indian, more of the permanence of sculptures was there and a bit less of the painting, in which they were talking about, the stories which are associated, or whatever they want to talk about with their religion, or maybe if you is a palace, you want to talk about maybe the religious aspect. So you need a sanctity, you need a religious sanctity to be a king, or you may want to talk about the campaigns which you have won. You want to talk about power, whatever. So you see, ceilings told stories. But then industrial revolution came, and there was a lot of things which were shifting, and there were a lot of services which happened, which were not there earlier altogether. And we have talked about all of those services which went eventually from below the ceiling and from the walls and from the floor into the ceiling. And what was the shift here? There was different kind of ceiling system which happened here, with like gypsum ceiling and modular systems of different kind, which allowed faster installation, which allowed services to go through. But But then there was a subtle shift which was happening, so it was ancient luxury, which was ornamentation with all those things. See, that was luxury. That was the difference between common and the powerful. So there was a lot of ornamentation. But then later on with the industrial revolution, things changed into structural ambition. So we had large span structures. If you look at the industrial era or industrial age, buildings, you have large span, big buildings, where the structural. So more larger span that you have, more powerful you are, and you would like to expose the structural elements to make a statement, and which was completely acceptable, and it even now it is that. But once you're talking about covering the ceilings, you're talking about the modern luxury defined by precision, which is talking about integrating engineering and detailing. So, a lot of detailing which goes, like you have very large surfaces which are plain, or very large surfaces which have got different kind of, for example, these baffle ceilings or open ceilings. We will be talking about that. But there, the detailing becomes very important. So we are not talking about ornamentation in terms of a lot of human labor getting involved there, and a lot of things which were happening there, but more of systems which are taking the forefront. And so no longer it is like that. Do you see that kind of carvings or the paintings or those kind of things in the ceiling now? Of course not. But yes, many times you do. But again, that is through a system. For example, you can have printable sketch ceiling, which I will show you soon. So when we are talking about designing a ceiling, first of all, we would like to talk about what is the intent of that space. So as you can see very well on the slide, that when you talk about classroom, it needs to have clarity and focus. That is the prime function of a ceiling there. But in a cafe, it will be warmth and intimacy. In the boardroom, it will be authority and concentration. In lobby, it will be arrival and maybe the identity, the corporate identity or the identity of the institution, the statement. So you see, a ceiling, you have to be, first of all, before designing any ceiling, be aware what exactly that ceiling is supposed to do. And then, of course, as I was said, the slide is very much here. Then the ceiling has to have performance. So you see, we were talking about a lot of services. Apart from accommodating those services, ceiling itself, the materials that you use, the shape that you use, becomes very important. For example, the acoustic control. You must be very well aware that when you're talking about theaters and auditoriums, the shape of the ceiling is designed. It takes a lot of precedence, because you need very high level of precision acoustic control. So how is your sound getting reflected? How is the echo going to be controlled? Where the sound needs absorption, and you do not want all the sound to be absorbed so that it becomes dead, and you do not want lot of echo and reverberation to happen so that it becomes unintelligible. You're not able to inaudible. You're not able to understand what is being said. So you need a balance. That is what a ceiling plays a very, very major important role. And now whenever you go to such a space which is a public space with the large, you just observe the ceiling, whether any acoustic control is being exercised there or not. And then the fire safety, you have to accommodate sprinkler systems and all that. But an important factor which becomes is the rated systems. Now you see, what is the fire rating of the material which you are using? When we are going to talk about the different kind of ceiling materials that there are, you will realize that different materials have different fire rating. Fire rating means how much, for how many hours that the fire or the smoke is going to be stopped from getting transmitted. Because let us say if a room is there and a false ceiling is there and it catches fire, there's a fire in the room, so smoke is going to come out. First of all, whether the ceiling will have a hazard of falling down, इसके लिए बहुत सारी चीजें सोच में आ जाती हैं. जैसे for example, government institutions will say no, it has to have this kind of fire rating, so they will go in for a GI kind of fire rated material or gypsum. They wouldn't like to go in for mineral fiber, which has got very low fire. In fact, वो तो 100-150 डिग्री पे ही 100 डिग्री पे ही वो collapse कर जाएगा. But in some spaces, for example, metro stations, they're still worried about that. Although the point is कि 500 डिग्री सेल्सियस पे तो सब खत्म हो जाता है. तो 500 डिग्री सेल्सियस पे एल्यूमिनियम आप हैंग करेंगे तो वो भी अगर थोड़ा उसको भी प्रॉब्लम आएगा तो what is a big deal. But still, we have to be very conscious about whether any fire rating is required here. And secondly, the smoke. Once smoke escapes into the ceiling, and of course there'll be a lot of openings there, then it can go through above ceiling. The continuity of plenum is there. They can go from one room to the second room or the third room, and the spread of the smoke can happen. Whether you want to control it in good interiors, you need to control it. So this is all a very elaborate subject. So we will have ventilation ducts in which you will have mechanical, what will you say, shutters or something, louvers, which will automatically sometimes, they will close so that the smoke doesn't spread from one area to another, and which may, be very hazardous, because you would know that in fires, a lot of people die not just because of the heat or the fire actually, but because of the smoke. They get asphyxiated. When there is a thermal comfort related performance, which is about, I won't talk too much about that, but you should understand there is an insulation. If you are talking about the top floor, and there's a lot of heat which can come inside and make people uncomfortable, so the AC requirement would go up. And for that, if you have a effective insulation in the false ceiling, then it is really going to help you out. And hygiene is, like, for example, in healthcare industry, hospitals, that is another element which comes in, because if you have porous surfaces, then they are going to accumulate a lot of germs or microbes, which you don't want. They should be easy to clean and maintain. So again, that becomes an important factor to understand whether in your space it is so required or demanded. See, if you're conscious of all these things, I'm sorry, the presentation, the slides themselves are not very elaborate and illustrative, simply because I developed this presentation especially for you, and this is so I have not been able to sort of accommodate all those things. But you do remember that you should research more about what I'm saying here today, because if you do that, and if you do some research on net or to ChatGPT or to Google, you will realize that there's a lot of more things that you need to understand. And what I'm talking about today is just the start of the journey and not the end of the journey. And so I was talking about the acoustic control. Acoustic control is one of the very important upfront requirement of our ceiling, which becomes very relevant as soon as आप छोटे-छोटे कमरों से जैसे निकल के थोड़े से भी बड़े रूम में जाओगे, तो it becomes very relevant, because sometimes you will find कि यार अरे ये क्या हो रहा है, इस कमरे में तो echo बहुत है, and that becomes the client becomes immediately, that is the first layer. No one will understand how much fire rating is there. वो सब technical हो जाता है, कितना वो आप HVAC के साथ कोऑर्डिनेट किए, अंदर कोई प्रॉब्लम, वो भी सब बाद में पता चलेगा, बट शुरू में तो आपको सीधा स्पेस में एंटर करते echo का पता चल जाएगा. So hard surfaces, they reflect sound. You can see it in the graphic a little bit, and absorb. When you absorb the sound, the echo, the noise, the sound is not reflected, and that controls the reverberation. So hard ceilings are there, the soft ceilings are there. You have to be aware what kind of materials they are. You should understand a term in context of ceilings. There's a term called NRC, and you should very well become conversant with this term, because any material that you use, the first question you should ask is, what is the NRC? How much sound it is reflecting? So NRC is 0, that means it is reflecting 100% of the sound. And if NRC is 1, it means perfect absorption. No sound is being reflected at all. And you need to balance it out, You need to balance it out. You don't want 0, you don't want 1, usually you don't want 1. Though you may sometimes want nearer to 1. So mineral fiber tiles give you an NRC of 0.55 to 0.9, which is fair enough. PEC boards or acoustic boards are there, which are made up of, polyester or something. And they are, again, nearing 0.7, 0.8, 0.9. And the gypsum board is there, as you can see, 0.5 to 0.1, which is lower. That means they are more hard. So mineral fiber tiles is something which you should go in for. And I'm saying the lot of other materials available, but mineral tiles has got high sound insulation. They are cheaper. There's readily available systems. You go to a shop, you can pick it up, you can install very easily, and they're cheap. And that's when many people, many places you will see that simple mineral tile is there. Maybe in your own classrooms it will be there. And you can see the grid below, which shows you various kind of materials, which will have metal tiles, even POP, plaster, acoustic cloud. But you should be able to understand where you need to put which material and for what purpose. And one important thing, no one is going to talk about to you, not in institutions, not in big architectural offices also, is above ceiling partition. As you can see here, if you put a complete wall or a partition, the possibility of sound from going from one room to another is very limited. But if it is not there, the sound leakages that happen there, and so whatever partitions or ceilings that you put, the sound leakages will be there. So you need to put up a plenum barrier or above ceiling partition so that the sound doesn't go above the ceiling. And that becomes a very, very important part of the ceiling design. Most of the big architects forget to do that. They don't plan it out properly. For HVAC, for high-end systems where, maybe ductable kind of HVAC environments, you need to plan out how to isolate the air and how to isolate the sound. And so, that's again another chapter which needs to be discussed. But above ceiling partitions and above ceiling ventilation, cross ventilation ducts, which absorb the sound while allowing the air to go through, because of sound absorbent internal surfaces, is something you should be aware of. And now we come to the various kind of ceiling systems. You can start off with POP ceiling systems. How many of you understand what POP is? I think most of the people will have come across this POP ceilings or gypsum ceilings because they are the most prevalent in the common systems which are there in the market. So in POP ceiling, you have some hangers, you have a subframe, and then you put a jal, a wire mesh, a chicken wire mesh, and on that, you will have to apply the POP material mixed with water and like a putty, and then you put some layers over that, and you can easily shape it. So the beauty of the ceiling, it is very prevalent. So the labor is easily available. It is craft heavy. So means you can create some designs, you can create patterns, and most of the labor available can do that. It is pretty long lasting. If you do it properly, you usually do not have cracks in that. But the downside is it doesn't have very limited service flexibility. The service is inside. If you want, you have to break it and the ceiling is gone. I mean, breaking and making cutouts in POP ceiling can be really tough. And you should have a very good workmanship if you really want to be evocative. So then there are gypsum board ceiling. I'm sure you must be aware of that. Gypsum board ceiling, you will come across with some hard edges, some sharp edges, some linear lines are there. But of course, some curves can also be there. Gypsum boards are like, again, you have to have hangers, and then you have GI hangers, and below that you have a frame, and just like almost like a POP ceiling. But below this, instead of putting chicken wire mesh and a POP putty, you just put gypsum boards, and then you create patterns out of that, or you want to create some surfaces out of that. You can, to make it interesting, as you can see in the illustration, you can make some kind of coves here. This is pretty fast, very quick, very cheap. In fact, it is one of the cheapest ceiling systems which are there. But as you could see that the NRC value is low, so you should be aware of that. And again, the ceiling access is a little better than POP because you can make cutouts easily and you can install ceiling trapdoors, the access systems much better. But in comparison to POP, POP is a little expensive. This is a little cheaper, and this is the most prevalent, I would say. Grid ceiling or the mineral fiber ceiling I was talking to you about. You see, mineral fiber is just made up. It's called mineral because I've put that a note below. Because it's lightweight acoustic ceiling panel which is made up of natural minerals. So it is a fiberglass, stone wool, and binders. It is made up of these kind of minerals, very cheap, and you can put it inside a grid. And one thing to understand here is there are two kind of ceilings. The tiles here. One is they have tagular edge. One is a straight edge. I think I have got it here. Yeah. So one is a straight edge. You should again be aware because the pricing will be different, the aesthetics will be different. It is a square edge, and so you see this. This is the cheapest kind of stuff. And then you have a tagular edge when the edges are chamfered, or what do you say? A rivet. A rebate is there, so that a tagular edge is there, so they can hang down and create much better aesthetics. And when this gap here becomes small, it is called micro look. And this is the kind of terminology you will come across commercially a lot. And this is for mineral tile as well as gypsum tiles. And in mineral tiles, as I said, the NRC is very high. Very easy to remove the tile. You can just remove any tile and access the services above. So again, it is one of the most prevalent systems out there. Again, instead of mineral tiles, many people have started using gypsum tiles, which is a reinforced gypsum tile, which is much stronger, sturdier, and it can be perforated. But again, because of the hard surface, it will have high reflection, low NRC value, but it can have perforations. The perforations is one of the ways to control sound, because when perforation is there, what will happen? So the sound waves, will get absorbed, in the sense that they will go through these holes, get absorbed a little because of the porous surface, and then go above the ceiling. And so below you will have some sound insulation, some echo control, which is getting possible. Similarly, there are metal tiles which are again put in a similar kind of grid system, but as you can see, there are some perforations here. So various finishes are possible. I deliberately put a wooden finish tile here, because to make you understand that these days powder coating can easily be done on metal surfaces also, to emulate different finishes like wood, and very easy to clean and maintain and durable, and it is medium costing and is very easy to look at, easy to install, and very premium look. And this is the kind of ceiling which many people have been doing. So I was talking about perforations. So in this perforation, this is another kind of perforation ceiling. This is usually GI. So ये वाला जो होता है, ये GI का बना होता है, एल्यूमिनियम का भी बन जाता है, एल्यूमिनियम प्लेट शीट का, and you have to use machines to create those edges, and where with the help of which you can put it on the grid. And as you can see, there is a back layer here, and this back layer is the absorbent layer. So in this kind of thing, see the perforation in the gypsum ceiling, the reinforced gypsum tile was different, and this is a different perforation. This is just a hole. It is not going to absorb anything, and it is also going to substantially allow the sound which went above the ceiling to come back through also, because there is no depth. It is just 1 mm kind of thickness of these things, because once you start doing that, this will become a part of the specifications. Many times, low-cost materials will have perforations, and they won't have an absorbent layer behind it. And then you may get to specify, and the client is going to say, "See, boss, आपने इतना पैसा लगवा दिया, but यहाँ तो sound control नहीं है." And then you can always, be aware that you need to have an absorbent layer behind it, otherwise it's not going to work. And then there's an open cell ceiling, and you can see these kind of squares, and you can have different patterns like hexagonal patterns, the triangular patterns, and this kind of square pattern, which is the most common, different sizes. This can be 100 to 100 millimeter center to center, can be 150 millimeter center to center. The height may vary from 50 mm to 100 mm to even more. Big open cell ceilings are also possible. Again, they are modular systems, very easy to install. They are usually made up of GI, sometimes of aluminium. And as you can see, this kind of open cell ceilings, and there are other kind of open ceilings, you get to see the services, which is now become acceptable. Like in the industrial age, then people wanted to flaunt off, wanted to show off कि देखो मैंने ductable AC लगाया है, या they had large span structures, they wanted to show off their services. Now also this kind of when the MEP services are become really intense and heavy, so the world has gradually said कि यार मेरे को ये पूरा covered वाला ceiling नहीं चाहिए, मेरे को तो you see how the requirement or the need gets evolved into a design language or a movement. So this is an industrial kind of retro style kind of ceiling system, but which is very contemporary now, simply because there's so much services, and the people are saying, let's put them beautifully, let's them organize it a little bit, let a little bit of openness be there, and that's the kind of statement I'm making now. And so you have acoustic clouds. This is made up of like as I was saying, PET surfaces. So this is something like you can put them on localized areas, so you have got more sound getting absorbed there. And this is called cloud, acoustic clouds, and this is for targeted absorption, and you can create pretty good aesthetics out of it. And again, this is a design option that you have. And the stretch ceiling I was talking to you about, the stretch ceiling, you have a huge architectural fabric. So it is not normal fabric, it is printable fabric, it is stretchable. That's why it's called stretch ceiling, and it is stretched. So you have got huge ceiling surfaces on the right. But so you see a beautiful globe, as you can see on the right. It is not a gypsum ceiling with cove lighting to make it glow. It is actually glowing because there is translucent. You can see on the illustration on the left,
down on the bottom in the left illustration that this person is putting, So there is a, what do they call it? The clipper or something. So they have a clipper which travels all around, and you have a fabric which gets clipped, or gripper, not clipper, gripper. And it gets gripped, and you have a translucent surface which can be printed upon. You can even print on it. And so, you can even have all the ancient ages that the people, or the paintings or anything you want to print on it, it is possible. So a lot of companies are coming up with it. And this very fast installation, very beautifully detailed, and very nice system, contemporary system, but it's a little bit expensive. Then you have baffle ceilings. So baffle ceilings are again open ceilings, as you must have seen it a lot of airports, malls, big buildings. In fact, in Delhi NCR, we started seeing them in even residential a lot, and especially in common areas, you'll see them a lot. So these are again ceilings, but instead of just I've deliberately put two types of ceiling in the same kind of environment. On the right, you will see the wooden one, which you will see one of the most common. And on the left, this person has played a little bit. So you have different, what do you say, colors, shades to create really something dynamic. Yeah, I could have done something like that. And there's a photograph in the presentation you will get to see. But these can, besides a lot of aesthetic value, can have acoustic value. Usually they are made of GI and aluminum, which has zero, let us say, NRC. But because it can allow some sound to pass through and capture a little bit, which is hit the ceiling, or you can put some absorbent surface touching the ceiling, the soffit of the slab, you can have some acoustic value here, or you can make it out of acoustic material also, these baffle ceiling. So these were the basic ceiling types. Now, as you could see, and I have been talking about it, that, one aspect I would like to say is ceilings are usually static. Ceilings do not change. Ceilings, people design once, वो वैसे की वैसे रहना है, उस पे शायद थोड़ा बहुत color change करा दो. Why is that? And you see, I like to say the change is the only constant, and we are changing too fast. And in the time of artificial intelligence, actually the world is changing overnight. हफ्ते में बिल्कुल बदल जाती हैं चीजें. अब तो ये हालत हो गया है कि it is no longer whether constant is any term which or variable which is there or not. Now they're all variable, or something which is changing constantly. Change is a constant change now. I would like to say that. So you have, so why not ceilings? Ceilings can also change. They can be dynamic. So we have iCubix as an organization. We have designed something like that. And ugly access panel. So access is something I've been talking about it. People don't talk about it. People don't design. And you can go to biggest of the biggest architects and designers. They actually don't do much, which is very surprising. And we have done something in that domain as well. And acoustic afterthought. So people don't talk about acoustics too much. You should be thinking and you should be aware of acoustics and the maintenance. So people, मैं दुबई में मैंने बोला कि ceiling trapdoors आपके यहाँ पे भी 600 के लगे हुए हैं. Burj Khalifa में भी, they don't have big ceiling trapdoors, because if you are accessing for maintenance a big ceiling air conditioning machine, you need a big trapdoor for it. वहाँ पे भी छोटे-छोटे हैं क्योंकि उनके पास system नहीं था. So we have designed the large format access system, which I will share with you. But then the world hasn't. Slowly they will discover it and they will start using it. But वो क्या करते हैं, हमने कहा फिर आप कैसे कर, तो कहते हैं ceiling काट देते हैं, ceiling तोड़ देते हैं. So actually people do that. People got a lot of money. And what? So if ceilings could be modular, more aesthetically flexible, acoustically tunable, that's a statement. If in a system you can have the acoustics, which you can, depending on the requirement of the space, you can accordingly embed it with the materials. So we have got partitions in which we have been doing it, ceilings we have been doing it, which is service friendly and engineered to last and sustainable. So sustainability is something which people have started talking about. We started talking about it 10 years back. Now people have started talking about it more and more in interior, especially in architecture. They have been talking for long. In interiors, you people should be equipped. You should be aware of what sustainability is all about and how to handle that, how to control that. And you would be glad to know that we have designed, systems which are sustainable certified. And I'll be talking more about that soon. And and let me talk about iCubix now, which is like my organization, having given you a primer basic primer about what ceiling is, what are the aspects you should be aware of. I would like to talk about how are some of these issues that we have really taken our modular system to the next level. We are talking about in Acubics, we talk about maximum from minimum. We talk about designing systems from minimum number of components which can be assembled together to give you different solutions. So which are very customizable to your requirements, which can be modified in future. As I was saying, change is the only constant now, and in fact, that's an understatement now. And so, what if we want to change the ceiling? So we have designed ceilings which are dynamic, which can be customized, which can be changed in future, which are MEP friendly. MEP, you would know what is MEP, right? Mechanical engineering and this plumbing, the components, for an architecture and interior design, all the electricals, the plumbing and the HVAC and all that stuff. So they are the MEP. And we have, as I said, built for change and very precision and oriented stuff, So something which is customizable, something which you can change in the future, which is high performance. For example, we have designed world's highest sound insulation, acoustic performance, glass partition. भी वो एक अलग चैप्टर है और उसके बारे में आप देखेंगे पढ़ेंगे तो आप समझेंगे कि यार this is next level altogether. So I was talking about Acubics. We have got already 3 patents. One more patent has been applied, which is about that highest sound insulation glass partition in the world. And 5th one is being prepared, which is for the ceiling access system, the trapdoor system. You remember the slide there I was talking about, that the door access opens and you can access and maintain the ceiling. So we have designed a system on that. I will be talking a little bit more about that. We have India's largest number of green certified, it is called Type 1 Eco-Label products in the country. And in fact, if any one of you wants to download brochure, it is a 20-page brochure. To know more about our systems, please scan this QR code. And secondly, I will really encourage you all to watch this 4.5-minute video, which is the left bottom QR code. And it is talking about my journey and as a design professional and how I felt that I need to do something more. And there have to be systems which can better address my requirements. And that's how I started my journey of designing and making these systems, and which are world class. They're so unique. Nothing like these systems are available in the entire world. And they are very sustainable. They are very high performance. They are customizable, next level modularity. And so, and why this happened, how this happened, this can be inspiring. And so many people have told me that it was quite inspiring. And so this is the modular ceiling baffle system which we have done. This is patented. And on the left, you can see this node, yeah. So here you can see there are 2 sections. You understand, I'm surely, truss is something, in which we have members, and you can have some members, like bridge ke upar hote hain trusses. All those electricity towers that you see those diagonals and all the straight lines, that is a truss that gives you structural strength. Eiffel Tower is a biggest example of truss system. Now, so depending on the design, the shape and the size of the baffle ceiling you want to have, you can create this and insert any 10 to 11 mm material like mineral tiles or gypsum, and you can paste wallpaper on that, or you can insert PET panel, the acoustic panels, or any kind of material, that is written here. And on the right side is again a patented system in which you can insert any 4 mm material in this box section all around, including lighting, cork, lacquered glass, veneer. So this kind of system is this is patented stuff. No one in the world is doing that, and it can be very liberating for designers. They can design different kind of systems. And so these are the different kind of materials which can be embedded. That people have used fabric, printed vinyl, and these are changeable finishes. So they are inserted, you can change them, and that's what it is, makes them dynamic. They're dynamic ceilings which can be changed. They can be reconfigured later also. अब जैसे आप gypsum ceiling बनाओगे वो तो तोड़ोगे तो खत्म हो गया ना. You can't redo it. Similarly, अगर mineral tile है तो उसके अंदर बहुत कम material आपका recover होता है, and you can't do much with mineral tile. But in these baffle ceilings, you can redesign and reuse the material a lot. I was talking about that how the designers use different shades of blue in the same space, and this is in Sector 18, Noida, which is Delhi NCR, and there is a mall called Wave One Mall, and the entire third floor area, which is a food court, it has used our a baffle ceiling system, which is in multicolor, and below you on the right you will see the baffles used vertically. This for a pharmaceutical company near Hyderabad. This is Tech Mahindra and the Mahindra University in Hyderabad, which is again used over baffle system with alternating colors. These examples that I'm showing you to so that you can explore possibilities. There's so much creativity which is possible. And then this is the system which I was talking to you about. You can shape it in any. This is the experience center where I'm sitting right now and talking to you. And on the left is the system which has been used by an architect in Oman using our system. He has done this. You can see, the cork and the lacquer glass, or maybe it is the laminate, and then he has put pet acoustic board and shaped a couple of baffles. This is an experience center actually. This architect has made for himself. He's our distributor in Oman. And so on the right, you can see there are a lot of possibilities of this shaping. And this is the same experience center. So I'm sitting here right now where this lady with the muffler is sitting. And you can see, these baffles which are here in our experience center. You can be really evocative about this. And one thing I want to share about the access problem, we have been talking about the ceiling access, which is called the ceiling tab door. Usually on the upper side, you will see this kind of broken kind of stuff, लकड़ी का बना लेते हैं, जिप्सम टाइल का भी कुछ कर लेते हैं लोग, ग्रिड सीलिंग में मिडल टाइल को हटा करके एक्सेस करते हैं, but this is not the right way of doing things. And it get misaligned, cracks are there, visual destruction. Actually, it spoils the entire environment, entire aesthetics of the space. We have launched Sky Hatch. अभी तक हमारी जो सीलिंग है IQPix, जो हमारा ब्रांड नेम है, उसी के अंदर अवेलेबल थी. Now we are about to launch Sky Hatch as a separate brand name for our ceiling access systems, in which it is going to come in Plania and Zenith Plus 2 kind of series. And the Plania is a small size, 300 by 300. You understand what is 300, 1 feet by 1 feet, 300 mm by 300 mm, 450, 600 kind of fixed, standardized, जो कि पूरी दुनिया में मिलते हैं. But ours is better because it has got safety features and other things built in. And then the one thing which no one in the world has is the large format precision access ceiling system, and which is called multi-shutters. As you can see in this snap, there are multi-shutters which can open up, and they can all slide to one or the two sides and give you the complete big opening. And we are making huge ceiling trapdoors now, and which are being shipped across the country and used in airports and universities and residential apartments and hospitals and hotels and virtually any kind of interiors. And the beauty is you just see a groove around all the shutters, and so it's very simple and nice to look at also. And so okay, that slide also I think got a little bit. So this is the large format precision access system. You can see there are 3 shutters here, and even this from the size you will be able to guess. I think ये भी 8 फुट अब 6-7-8 फुट के करीब ये ceiling होगा. You just get to see a beautiful groove, that's all. And this is the section which I have shared. And once you become more conversant with the kind of systems which are available in the country or outside the country, you will realize what kind of intricate systems which we have been designing. And even we can have single as well multiple shutters here. 18 फुट by 8 फुट का अभी तक हमने सबसे बड़ा बनाया है. It has got very innovative sliding hinge which is very safety mechanism also, and which very easy to operate. And of course it is Green Pro certified. I will share this presentation with you all, so you can maybe go through it a bit later. And it's got all the features here, which are again something unheard of in any. You can search it on net or in the market. You won't have seen such kind of features in any of the access ceiling. Now, when talking about accesses, that is one of the areas which is getting ignored most. So you should be aware of it more. And as I was saying, they are all Green Pro certified. We have the largest portfolio of Green Pro certified architectural systems in the country. And this is the final thought I would like to close upon, that Ultimately, ceiling is not a surface, it is intent, what you want to do with it, what is the purpose. And it is a lot of engineering, how you want to engineer, what material to use, how, as I was talking about the coordination layer, it is the coordination layer where almost all the services जो एक इंटीरियर में जाते हैं वो सब यहाँ पे आके इंटीग्रेट होते हैं. तो सीलिंग इज वन ऑफ द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एलिमेंट एंड इट इज अ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. सीलिंग में बहुत लोग मात खा जाते हैं. प्लीज बी अवेयर ऑफ दैट. Ceiling is about engineering decisions, acoustic tools, aesthetic statements. So statement, it is not just about how good it is looking to you, but it is about statement, what it is saying about the space, about the owner, about you. It's about maintenance, it's about future readiness. And as architects and designers, the bottom line I'm reading right now, your responsibility extends beyond beautification. It is to foresee, to specify systems that serve buildings across decades, not just on handover day. And that is the difference between styling and design. And I'm sure you are not stylists, you are designers. And so that brings me to the end of my presentation. Yeah. So I will just show you around. इसी के through मैं आपको दिखा देता हूँ. Bit of, and I'm sure you guys can see behind me. If you can see in the ceiling, these are the smaller sizes. And this is a bit bigger size that we have put up. Behind you can see. This is, I think 12 feet by 5 feet. Yeah. And it's got 5 to 6 shutters, I think. Yeah. And so this is an open ceiling kind of layout which we have here. They got a cassette AC and these are the baffles. The different kind of baffles are there. I mean, those are also baffles. And these are more of a box section in multicolors and finishes. And you know, they have been used in different, I mean, it is not a continuous layout, so you can see and appreciate. And these are another patent baffle ceilings which I was talking to you about. In which you can embed light in different materials. You can have cork and laminate and glass, and you can take some patterns out of it. And so more or less. But yes, okay, yeah. So let's hit the questions first then, I think.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I am from B Design, Interior Design second year. And my question is, we talked about sustainable materials. I wanted to ask that how easily are they available in the market? And what is the cost difference when we compare it to the usual products that we use in the ceiling?
Very interesting question. So I've been, I'm also, I can say that I've been leading thoughts on many topics. So this is a subject of my thought leadership when I'm talking about sustainability. When I'm saying sustainability needs to be mainstream, it needs to be common, it should be affordable, it should be easily available, it should be easily doable. And once it happens, then sustainability become truly sustainable because then there is no effort required, you know. जैसे आपने question पूछा how expensive it is. If it is expensive, lesser people will use it, and then the entire effort of making a sustainable material will go waste because then environment is not going to get impacted. Only few people are doing that. So I would like to say the sustainability needs to be sustainable, but there is a huge thought, and I would encourage you to go through some of my material, which I will share with you, Sharma sir, about when I'm talking about sustainability and sustainable materials. But अभी material जो ceiling से related aspect में बोलूँ तो easily available है बहुत सारे. अभी पिछले 2-3 साल के अंदर तो there has been a lot of shift. Earlier PET panel was there, which was good acoustic sound material, but now it is sustainable also. It is being made sustainably also. Mineral tile is in a way sustainable material, although it doesn't have a long life cycle or it doesn't have recyclability attached to it. But since it is produced from a lot of waste material also these days, many of these panels, mineral fiber tiles, again there is a sustainability attached to it. When I'm talking about sustainability in iCubics, we are using recycled aluminum, and recycled aluminum can be recycled infinitely, and that is a beautiful property of aluminum. You need to do it responsibly and very carefully, and if you can do that, it is really very positive for environmental impact. And as I was saying, all my systems are made from minimum number of components, and if you are doing something for minimum number of components, is a huge benefit to it. The production becomes easier, the stocking becomes easier, the installation becomes easier, the stock keeping becomes easier, the maintenance, and since they can be reconfigured in the future, that is when you are able to recycle it, reuse it, and repurpose it. Then a material becomes sustainable, and in our system, it is possible to do that. So I would like to say that yes, sustainable materials are now much better, easily available. You should search out net more on this, and they are not really expensive. अभी वो दिन गए जब बहुत expensive systems होते थे ये. They are very reasonably priced, and in fact, iCubic systems are at par with the common systems which are available in common market. They are not expensive. So I guess that answers your question to a certain extent.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's very insightful. Thank you.
Thank you. Most welcome.
I have two questions, sir. Probably that may be in their mind also. So, first question is, what is the context of iCubics, the company which you have formed? Is it a abbreviation to something, or it has some meaning, or how this name came in?
I think we should make a video on that because so many people ask me that question. So, in fact, see, when I started doing that, अब designer के दिमाग में मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ कुछ तो किया होना चाहिए ना, तो कुछ purpose होना चाहिए. तो when I started designing this, these systems, I was very clear. एक तो हम जो भी करते हैं, it has to be unique. It has to be very innovative. And if it is not, and it has to be sustainable. If it is not unique, if anyone else is doing the same stuff, has designed the same stuff, we don't want to do it. It has to be very innovative. And so at that time, we were thinking of 3 words. It was intelligent, integrated, and innovative. Integrated means so many systems are there that different companies are making them. Skirting कोई और बना रहा है, partition कोई और बना रहा है, ceiling कोई और बना रहा है, door कोई और बना रहा है. So it's very difficult to integrate them. You have to keep patching the specs. So I thought कि why not, अगर हम कुछ नया कर रहे हैं, हर चीज के अंदर हम कुछ नया कर सकते हैं. So we design systems which can be integrated with one another. So a common aesthetic language है, and life becomes easier because you're specifying products from a family which fit together, which can exist together without you thinking about कि बाद में ये ऐसे नहीं हुआ तो क्या होगा करके. So they are integrated, they are intelligently designed, and in fact मैं आपको बताऊं तो हम हमारे यहाँ पे हंसते हैं ऐसा बोल करके कि अभी जब प्रोडक्ट डिजाइन कर रहे होते हैं तो हम उसको बहुत रिग्रेसली डिजाइन करते हैं और कुछ समय बाद हम बोलते हैं यार अब तो इसको छोड़ दो, इसका मतलब बच्चे का जान लोगे क्या. लाइक जैसे गन्ना नहीं होता, अब गन्ने का मशीन में डाल करके जब तक निकालते हैं, मैं हमेशा सोचता हूँ कि अब तो हो गया होगा, वो फिर एक बार और डाल देता है उसके अंदर. एंड दैट्स हाउ वी डिजाइन आवर प्रोडक्ट्स. दे आर सो रिग्रेसली डिजाइन कि हमें हंसी आ जाती है कि यार अब तो छोड़ देना चाहिए, अब रो पड़ेगा ये डिजाइन, ये रो पड़ेगा प्रोडक्ट हमारा. वी डिजाइन लॉट ऑफ पॉसिबिलिटीज इन फ्यूचर. फॉर लॉट ऑफ पॉसिबिलिटीज विच अनफोर्सिंग पॉसिबिलिटीज के लिए भी हम बहुत सारी चीजें करते हैं कि जो एग्जिस्टिंग रिक्वायरमेंट है उसके मच बियॉन्ड जा सके. तो इंटेलिजेंटली करते हैं, इंटीग्रेटेड मैनर में करते हैं, एंड इनोवेटिव मैनर में करते हैं. तो आई रेज़ टू द पावर 3 becomes I cubed and the X factor. So हम सबसे अलग है X factor. So we were talking about what name to select. Then we said कि let it be iCubePix. And then fortunately we found that the spelling of IQUBX, it is not .com was available. अभी आपको यूनिक भी होना है और .com अवेलेबल है तो ये ब्रांड ठीक है.
नहीं, बिल्कुल, very thoughtful, sir, very thoughtful, and I'm sure all these things matter because this is what I was sharing with students ki what we are going to interact, the person we are going to interact with is not just a person who's into the field of manufacturing and all those things. He's a person who is looking at it from a broader perspective of serving the society. And obviously it's a business, so we have to keep that also in mind, but then everybody needs to be ethical in their own way. So I think that is what I could understand.
I always, Sharma sir, I always like to say we are not in business of selling products. We are in business of giving solutions. And we are in business of giving back to the society a new thought, new process, to take things forward in a more meaningful manner. So ये चीजें हैं. And you had 2 questions. One
Yeah.
I have asked.
Second question I want to ask you is that the solutions for specifically the trapdoor which you are talking about, is it applicable to a existing ceiling system also, or it is like a ceiling system needs to be designed where that trapdoor can be compatible?
Very good question. And this is something which everyone should know about, that yes, ceiling in access trapdoors or ceiling trapdoors can be retrofitted in existing ceilings as well. If you have a POP ceiling, it is a little difficult, but because the breaking the cutting the POP ceiling is a little difficult, but it can be done. And then gypsum ceiling, it is the easiest and most commonly used in this. But in gypsum ceilings, in grid ceilings, people have been also using our trapdoors, and they can be retrofitted because सबसे पहले तो customize कर सकते हैं. We can customize it to any size, that means in any mm. So if you say कि मेरे को 598 mm या let us say 602.5 mm into 632 mm का बन चाहिए, क्योंकि ये मेरी opening size निकल गई है, we can do that. So you see, it becomes retrofitting becomes easy. And I was surprised when people have used them even in grid ceilings, because removing grid and tiles and then maintaining and putting them back, it is not easy. एक दो बार कर लो कि इसके बाद नहीं कर पाओगे. So in a metro station, मैं नाम भूल जाता हूँ, सुमित, हाँ, Sialda. So Sialda metro station near Kolkata, Armstrong ceiling was put which was 1200 by 600 with the perforated शीट मेटल सीलिंग, जो मैंने दिखाई भी थी एक, तो उसमें हमारे 1200 बाई 600 के फिर उन्होंने या इससे मल्टीपल बड़े साइज के भी ट्रैपडोर्स हमसे लेकर के इंटीग्रेट किए. सो आर्मस्ट्रॉन्ग इज आल्सो स्टार्टेड सोर्सिंग फ्रॉम अस इन मेनी प्लेसेस. सो रेट्रोफिटिंग इज पॉसिबल. एंड ऑफ कोर्स जब आप सीलिंग डिजाइन कर रहे होते हो सर्विसेज के हिसाब से, अगर आप ट्रैपडोर्स पहले से ले लेते हो, एंड यू कैन व्हाइल making the ceiling itself, you can integrate them, which makes it much faster, cheaper, and it becomes a good solution. So in both ways you can do it.
So another question in addition to what you have said, I'm also curious to know, I mean, there would be some mechanism of a hardware. So is it a hydraulic mechanism, or is it like a normal hinge, or how does it operate?
So I will just share with you a bit of brochure also, and I will share with you videos also in which you can see it in more detail. It is a simple mechanical system, deliberately so, not hydraulic, because इतनी ज़्यादा quantities में use होता है आजकल कि if we going for making it hydraulic or anything, it will definitely make it, or motorized, it will make it more, little bit more convenient, but access system is not something a common person needs to operate. उसकी maintenance के लिए इस्तेमाल में होता है. So most probably a technician will be there who has to open the access and maintain it. तो उस केस में we deliberately haven't done any hydraulic or motorized version as yet, but we will come out soon. And that is because let us keep things simple so that it's easy to maintain, easy to dismantle, easy to repair, easy to do everything. If you make छोटा सा भी component ला देते हो तो उसकी maintenance बढ़ जाएगी, और फिर उसके अंदर engineering part expense भी बढ़ जाएगा. So we have it is a simple mechanical intelligently designed system. I will just share with you in fact a little bit about that. When we are done with this, I will share with you the section and explain to you how it is.
One more student is there, sir. She would like to ask.
Yes, definitely.
Good afternoon, sir. So this is Pai from second year. Sir, I wanted to ask whether the exposed ceilings are still a better option, or they are just a passing trend.
Okay. So I will like to answer the second part of your question first, that they're definitely not a passing trend. As you will see, everything is interlinked. You see how historically things have changed and we have become more technologically driven. Interiors are there, a lot of services are now there, and they need maintenance and all that. And so once become some buildings are so services intensive, infrastructure intensive, that they thought ki let's not have a ceiling at all. And that's how open ceiling came back. And if you do it nicely, anything can be good to look at. So open ceiling became more of a contemporary trend. I don't think it is a passing trend. It is always a choice. Now coming to the first part, it is always a designer's choice. We live in times where many design languages and expressions coexist. It is not that you are bound to a certain way of doing things. There's much more flexibility, there's much more openness and acceptability of the different ways. And it is very subjective to you as a designer, subjective to the client, subjective to the culture. So a lot of things are there. And I would say a lot of things are going to coexist. So I think open ceilings are a very well defined and has enough history behind it and enough projects behind it, and has got its roots in industrial age, as we talked about. At that time, open ceilings were a lot more there. So then came more finished interiors, and now we are back to retrofitting, back to retro styling, industrial age kind of interiors. But then a lot of things are going to coexist now. But I foresee in future things may go behind scenes more, because I think the surfaces are going to become more and more intensive. अभी तो मतलब वो एक वाले विजुअल में था, वो एआई जनरेटेड विजुअल है, तो उसके अंदर वो तो ऐसा लग रहा था कि जैसे किसी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वो इक्विपमेंट का आपने वो खोला हो, लिंक खोला हो, उसके अंदर लॉट ऑफ मोर डेंसिटी वाज देयर, लाइक मॉडर्न डे कार्स. पुराना अगर फिएट एम्बेसडर खोलोगे तो ऐसा लगता था कि अंदर पूरा जगह है, मतलब आदमी भी कुछ लिटा दो और कुछ सामान भी साथ में रख दो तो नो वरीज. आज की कार्स का अगर आप बोनट खोलो तो पता चलता है कि इट्स वेरी टाइटली पैक्ड. तो सीलिंग्स आर लाइक दैट. तो मेरे को लगता है कि देन the systems will gradually become more reliable. They will need gradually lesser maintenance, and they'll become so intense that ceilings will eventually make a comeback and cover them, and with lesser of excess required, with more of organic shaping, and just to emulate a kind of futuristic feel where human will become more important, and the elements will go back like the kind you see in more science fiction kind of mature science fiction kind of stuff. तो हो सकता है कि बट कोएग्जिस्ट करेंगी चीजें, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. I guess I have answered your question.
Thank you so much for your time, sir.
So this is the brochure which you can download. Okay, again, this I think is a QR code for the download page in general, but please do download the brochure, the same brochure. And in it, it is a 20-page condensed brochure in which overview of different things that we have been doing, the different solutions which can add an edge to your design and for the benefit of your own professional practice and your clients. They have been listed. On the left, you will see the features and the benefits are there. We don't do anything which is not innovative and unique. They are all patented and designed and protected stuff. High performance and designed completely and made completely in India. Modi ji कहते हैं designed in India, made for the world, designed for the world, and that's what we have been doing. And all these systems have been designed to be ultra fast in installation, nominally priced, of course sustainable and highly customizable to your requirements. That has been my thing right from beginning. I call them like Lego toys for the designers, so that people can play with them. People can use them in the way they want, and because designers are creative beings. They want to express themselves, and so the system should not limit their expression or creativity. That's the thought. And so they are highly modular, made from minimum number of components, which can be reconfigured to generate different solutions and different configurations as solutions. And we have got 3 patents, 4th and 5th are in application, a lot of awards, 100 plus design registrations, and a lot of green certifications, highest number of green certified eco-label type 1 systems. And they can be used in all kind of interiors, be it residential or the offices and co-working spaces, commercial spaces, malls and retail spaces, airports and other transport hubs, hospitals, institutes, hotels and restaurants, hospitality, all kind of interiors can be used. We've got a very good clientele traction with a lot of big brands across the world, not just in India, and architects, interior designers, contractors, EPC contractors, and as well as brands who reach out to us directly, like Genpact, Musk. They reach out to us directly for the solutions for their interiors, and then they tell their interior designers and architects to use our systems because it is helping them achieve their corporate goals. This is the baffle ceiling I was talking to you about. So I have listed in a bit of detail with more photographs here what BFC2 is all about. The ceiling in which, I was telling कि आप इसमें change कर सकते finish. So it is, if you use a printed vinyl mounted on sunboard and you insert them in these slots here, the red slots here all around, So you can change it. For example, this is Holi time, and then there is the Diwali time, or maybe if a client wants कि मेरे को summers में मेरा वो आ रहे हैं, client आ रहे हैं Scandinavia से, so give me a Scandinavian kind of finish, you know. So you can, I mean, anything can be done. They can even be hand painted. And here you can see how they have been shaped in different kind of materials, different kind of shaping can be done, sizing can be done. This is the same interior I was talking to you about in this Wave 1 Noida, in how multicolor. You can see in the kind of effect it is giving you. Then it can come in multicolor, wooden finishes. We can convert any size of rectangular tube which is available in the market, generic tube, into a baffle. And which is again a liberating factor, because कई लोगों को चाहिए 200 mm by 100 mm का चाहिए, 200 mm 50 mm का चाहिए, किसी को 250 mm को चाहिए. So usually commercially it is unviable to design, manufacture and stock different sizes of baffles, rectangular box section baffles. So what we have done is ki any tube which is generically available in the market, we can convert it into baffle. So after that, the ceiling tableau that you were talking about, and this is the visual you also saw in the presentation, that how different services are going there. And this is the plenum, and this is the now I will like to draw your attention to this section here. So if the section is visible here, oh, here it is. So the section is visible, but it's not very sharp here because low resolution. So you see, this is the outer profile, this is the inner profile, and there is a bolt here which goes from inner profile of the shutter. This is the inner shutter profile. Okay. So what happens here? There's a frame system. It's the outer frame and the inner frame. The outer frame is fixed to the ceiling, and the inner frame is fixed to the outer frame, so it becomes a shutter, like a door. And this is based on a bolt hinge which goes from inner section to the outer, and it can slide here. So what happens when there is a groove? In that groove, if you try and open it, अच्छा ये अब देखिए, ये नीचे आपका ये लगा हुआ है जिप्सम बोर्ड. तो जब आप इसको खोलेंगे, I can take out an AutoCAD and show it to you in section. तो ये हिंज बन जाएगा आपका. आप मान लो इस डायरेक्शन में खोल रहे हो, तो ये जब हिंज बन जाएगा तो there is not enough space, there is just 2 mm gap. वो कैसे ओपन होगा? वो नहीं होगा ना. उसके लिए क्या है कि as it opens and it starts, you start sliding it out, it becomes easy to open, just leaving a minimal gap of 2 mm approximately. So that is the innovative hinge, sliding hinge. अभी इंडस्ट्री में ज्यादातर लोगों ने क्या किया हुआ, वो फिक्स ही नहीं करते, ना कोई हिंज है ना कुछ है. वो बेसिकली ब्रैकेट लगा के उसको ऐसे टेढ़ा करके लगाओ और ब्रैकेट लगा करके उसको ऊपर अटका दो. सो आई फील इट इज वेरी अनसेफ. यू कैन डू इट विद स्मॉल सीलिंग टैब्लोस, यू कांट डू इट विद बिग सीलिंग टैब्लोस. पता चलेगा कि आपने 5 फुट बाय 3 फुट का पल्ला जो ऊपर शटर जो है उसको ऐसे किया, वो गिर ही जाएगा या किसी को हर्ट करेगा. मतलब इट्स नॉट फिजिबल. सो इसीलिए दुनिया में लार्ज फॉर्मेट सीलिंग एक्सेस सिस्टम नहीं रेयर मिलेंगे आपको, और बहुत कर कोई एक आदमी मतलब जो हमने डिजाइन किया. इट्स वेरी कमर्शियली वायबल, वेरी सिंपल सिस्टम विच इज प्योरली मैकेनिकल, इट्स वेरी सेफ, इजी टू मेंटेन, इजी टू रिपेयर. एंड अभी आप ये देखिए कि चेन्नई से अगर ऑर्डर आता है कि हमारे को आप 15 फुट बाय 8 फुट का एक सीलिंग टैब्लो बना के दो, तो एक ऑर्डर भी मतलब मे बी 3-4 अगर ऐसे आए बहुत बड़े बड़े, तो वो एक वुडन पैकिंग में हो करके ट्रक के अंदर पार्शियल लोड या फुल ट्रक लोड के अंदर वो स्पेशली चेन्नई ट्रेवल कर रहा है, जिसका किराया आपका ट्रांसपोर्ट का 70,000 रुपये आ गया, जिसका पैकिंग का खर्चा 15-20 हज़ार आ गया. सीलिंग टैब्लो आपके लाख रुपए के हैं, तो लाख रुपए का सीलिंग टैब्लो आपको 2 लाख रुपए के पड़ गए. बट तब भी वो हमारा इस्तेमाल करेंगे क्योंकि इन मार्केट में सोल्यूशन नहीं है. Although we are trying to expand our footprint and make it, now have manufacturing base in different cities and different regions and making feasible. But this was just an example to show ki, you can even have different finishes here. As you can see, wooden ये finishes भी हो सकते हैं, laminate finish अब ये left top पे देखेंगे laminate finish हो सकते हैं, louvers हो सकते हैं. So it is quite flexible that way. This is a highest sound insulation glass partition in the world, STC54. I don't know whether you all are aware of. We were talking about NRC, which is the noise reduction coefficient. Then in partition systems, which is designed not to, usually we are talking about not the NRC here because it is not about reflecting the sound back, although that is an important factor too, but it is more of how much sound goes across, because you divide the spaces in different partitions to isolate those spaces for working, for functionality, though you may want visual continuity. कि आप कभी मेसनरी की दीवार लगाओगे, कभी सॉलिड पार्टीशंस वहां लगाओगे, कभी ग्लास पार्टीशंस लगाओगे, तो sound installation becomes important because what is happening in one room, for example, you are sitting in a classroom and there's another classroom adjacent to you. उधर जाएगा तो you won't be able to function. Similarly, in rooms of different rooms of a home, in any office also, if you're sitting inside a cabin, you're working, you want privacy, confidentiality, as well as you don't want outside disturbance. So sound insulation is becoming very, very important, and it is measured in STC. Usually in market, you will find people talking about STC 30, STC 40. People don't talk about STC 40 plus. We have, our minimum system is STC 40 plus, and we have designed a system which is STC 54. In fact, in Middle East, people are really very sensitive about, in fact, globally, people are very sensitive about this. In fact, for LEED certification, which is a sustainability certification for buildings, we talk about green certified buildings, ना? जैसे इंडिया में इंडियन ग्रीन बिल्डिंग काउंसिल है, इसी तरीके से यूएस का लीड जो सिस्टम है, that is the most prevalent in that world. They were the pioneers in this certification for buildings, and there they were, and in that you will see the most important criteria for glass partition is the STC value, how much sound it is stopping from going across. And this is what we have done. And this actually, I mean, you people all should get connected with this on LinkedIn. We should remember to share our social media profiles also with you. In just about a few days, I'm about to share a lot about the sound insulation, the science of sound insulation, which is pioneering in the entire world. We have applied for a patent on those things, So actually, you won't find too much material on net of the topics that I'm talking to you about, but more aware that you become better professional, a sharp professional that you become. In this system, again, this is the first in the world.
Amit ji, there is a student who has a specific question related to NRC only. So can he ask right now?
Sure.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Good.
Yes.
So, sir, as we talked about NRC values of a material, so how may I determine or choose any material for my own design? Is there any formula or a rule that make me determine it?
So, when you are selecting material for your interior design, you have to understand how much sound control that you need. So, for example, if it's a small cabin, and you will understand that a person who is sitting inside a small cabin with a lot of hard surfaces, there will be a lot of it. So you need sound absorbent material. So you may want some material with higher NRC value. So maybe clad some walls. For example, one of my client, they took some partitions from us, and the interior was done by another contractor, and he was talking about that there's a lot of echo. So we advise them, although it is not our product, but that you use these acoustic panels and create some patterns. So a lot of corporate offices, you'll find that. So they took an NRC value of 0.8, 0.9, some acoustic panels, created patterns out of that, and they clad their walls with that. And so a lot of acoustic control was there. I also remember Bharti Exa in Bandra Kurla complex in Mumbai. In their head office, they had this issue that they had open ceilings, and then they had a lot of glass cabins, big glass cabins, and again the floor was not carpet but tiles, ceramic tiles and stone. So wahan pe sari hard surfaces the. There was a lot of echo in all their cabins. So we installed acoustic baffles, which are the patented baffles BFC3, and inserted mineral tile in that. So it became immediately an aesthetic thing, क्योंकि वो mineral tile तो लगवाने नहीं वाले थे इतने high tech contemporary interior बनाने के. So we inserted acoustic tile with an NRC value वही आता है 0.7, 0.8 का आता है, and them in our BFC3, and then made those baffle ceiling in all their cabins, and it controlled a substantial it will solve a lot of their problem, because it controlled all the echo, it absorbed the. So NRC is something, there's no formula attached to it. You have to observe your requirement, you have to understand your requirement, that which happens once you are aware of things, and then you select the material. You go on Google, find what materials are available near you, and their NRC values. ये मेरी presentation में हमने दिए भी हैं आपको. There's a slide on which different material with their NRC values is given. So you can choose from that.
Thank you, sir.
So the presentation is back. I hope you can see it. So in this, usually what I have seen here is कि आपने एक सिंगल ग्लास पार्टीशन लिया, सिंगल ग्लास लगा लिया. अब उसके बाद में प्रॉब्लम आया. इनफैक्ट आई हैव सीन लॉट ऑफ बिग कॉर्पोरेट ऑफिसेज, एमएनसी, बैंक्स एंड अदर. उसमें क्या है, पहले तो एसटीसी वैल्यू को देखते नहीं है. फिर उसके बाद ऐसा सिस्टम लगा लेते हैं सिंगल ग्लास के साथ, क्योंकि कॉस्टिंग इज अ फैक्टर. फिर उसके बाद जब साउंड प्रॉब्लम आती है, यूर सिटिंग इन अ वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग रूम एंड आउटसाइड इज द रिसेप्शन. तो रिसेप्शन पे क्या चल रहा है आपको पता है, और आपके रूम में क्या चल रहा है और रिसेप्शन पे जो बैठा हुआ है उसको पता है. इट्स अ ह्यूज सिक्योरिटी रिस्क, ह्यूज कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी मैटर एज वेल एज डिस्टर्बेंस. क्योंकि आप बाहर पे आप लोग बातें कर रहे हैं और आप अपना वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस रूम में बात नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. सो हाउ टू सॉल्व दैट? So in our system, and in my professional practice, I face these. So I designed a system in which you can have a single glass, which can be upgraded to 2 or even 3 glass, and maybe DGU and VIG class. I don't know whether you people are aware. DGU is again. So आप अगर LinkedIn पे connect करेंगे तो I'll be talking about all these matters now. And उसमें आपको ये भी समझ में आएगा. And Instagram वगैरह पे मैं डालूंगा कि what is a DGU? Why? It's a myth that DGU is the highest sound insulation glass which is available. No. डबल ग्लास इज द रियल प्लेयर. वो मार्केट में ये चीजें मिलेंगी नहीं. तो डबल ग्लास के अंदर मैं एसटीसी वैल्यू को 60 प्लस मिटा सकता हूँ. वीडियो में 40-45 के बीच में रहेगा, उसका आप कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते. सो इट इज दोस हायर साउंड इंस्टॉलेशन देन द नॉर्मल 12 mm glass. बट so let me not talk about it here too much because this is another class about partitions. अभी recently हमने केयर मंगलम के लिए लिया था, I think, yeah. So there are different kind of glass partitions which are available. Yeah. And so you will see a lot of people want grids and they have been prevalent since ages. But लोग कैसे लगाते हैं, चिपका करके शीशे पे लगाते हैं. I'm sure आप अपने ग्लास वाले get hold of a glass vendor or a partition vendor in your city. You will find कि लोग चिपका के बनाते हैं. पूरा ग्लोब में ऐसे ही करते हैं. हमने प्रॉपर मैकेनिकल ज्वाइंटरी के साथ ही सिस्टम्स बनाए हैं जिसके अंदर हर ग्लास एक सेपरेट ग्लास है. एंड यू कैन क्रिएट रियली अमेजिंग सिस्टम. जैसे इसमें आप देख रहे हैं, ये यहाँ पे हमने वो लिया है, फ्यूचर ग्लास लिया है, कहीं पे कुछ लिया है. इसकी भी मैं एक प्रेजेंटेशन फॉरवर्ड कर दूंगा. यू कैन क्रिएट ब्यूटीफुल ग्लास पार्टीशंस बाय क्रिएटिंग डिफरेंट शेप्स एंड साइजेस ऑफ द ग्रिड्स. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू मच इन डिटेल क्योंकि वो 2 घंटे की अपनी अलग क्लास मीटिंग पॉट्स. अभी आपने ऐसे पॉट्स तो बहुत देखे होंगे मार्केट में. सिंगल सीटर होते हैं, बहुत कम देखे होंगे डबल सीटर होते हैं. वी मेक सुपर साइज पॉट्स, 4 सीटर, 8 फीट बाय 8 फीट का पूरा कमरा. वी हैव मेड पॉट्स ऑफ 8 सीटर्स, 6 सीटर to 8 सीटर, which was 12 feet by 8 feet, and completely modular, self-contained, and highly acoustic insulated, ventilated pod, जो आपके हिसाब से डिजाइन कर सकते हैं आप उसको. उसमें फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी भी है. एंड वर्क फ्रॉम होम पॉड्स. So we have launched work from home pods. आपको हर the way of living is changing, the culture is changing. Today we have, even in small town, urban environment in which many people in the household are either working or studying, and they need acoustic privacy, they need isolation, they need confidentiality so that they can work. घर पे आप चाहे वर्क फ्रॉम होम ना करते हो, कभी ना कभी काम करने की जरूरत पड़ जाती है. Work from home pods are there in which you can organize, you keep your stuff, all your stuff, bags and books and everything, study without disturbing others and without getting disturbed from others. वो भी मैं आपको कुछ ये शेयर कर दूंगा इन चीज़ों के बारे में और डिटेल. ये ब्रीफ overview sort of brochure है. Different kind of glass doors and door frames are there. अब ये इसमें भी पूरी मार्केट में कोई बात नहीं करेगा आपको, ना कोई इंस्टीट्यूट में ना किसी ऑफिस में आपको इतना समझ में आएगा. बट आप इनको थोड़ा सा पढ़ेंगे, समझेंगे दे आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट सिस्टम्स, डोर्स एंड डोर फ्रेम्स। तो हमने इसके अंदर डोर फ्रेम्स ऐसे बनाए विच आर हाईली अकूस्टिक परफॉर्मेंस और डोर फ्रेम्स, एंड उसके अंदर जैसे ये है, तो इसके अंदर आप ये देखिए 50 mm गहरा है, इसका मतलब 50 mm ये इस तरीके से लगता है। अभी मैं आपको दिखाऊं तो ये अभी आप ये देख रहे हैं सेक्शन, तो चलो ये वाला देखिए, ये वाला, तो इसमें व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, दिस इज द डोर फ्रेम, दिस इज द डोर, तो ये पैताम है ये, तो ये डोर है मान लीजिए, ये डोर फ्रेम है, ओके, तो ये पैताम बोलते हैं ना, रिवेट, उसमें आ गया। सो अब ये 50 mm का है, बट इसको 75 mm का, 100 mm का, 125, 25 के मल्टीपल्स पे आप जितना मर्जी चौड़ा बना लीजिए, एंड दैट इज अगेन अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, यू नो, लाइक दिस। एंड अगेन इट इज गॉट डबल रबर सील फॉर हायर अकूस्टिक परफॉर्मेंस। आप हमारी वाली चौखट को पूरा एक पुराने चौखट के टाइप से, अभी आप जाएंगे तो मार्केट में मालूम चलेगा कि ज़्यादातर जो मॉडुलर सिस्टम्स हैं उसके अंदर कस के वो दीवारों पे एंड पार्टीशंस पे आप चौखट उसको बोल देते हैं, क्योंकि उसका फंक्शन होता है बस दरवाजे को रोकना, दरवाजे को सील करना। हमारी प्रॉपर चौखट पुराने ज़माने के तरीके बना करके आप लगा सकते हैं। यू कैन यूज़ इट इन मेसनरी वॉल्स, यू कैन यूज़ इट इन सॉलिड पार्टीशंस एंड ग्लास पार्टीशंस। एक ही तरीके का सिस्टम आपको, जो मैं इंटीग्रेटेड की पहले बात कर रहा था, यू कैन यूज़ इट एंड you can have any size of it as well. A lot of flexibility and a lot of creativity is also possible, क्योंकि जब आप ऐसा डोर फ्रेम बना रहे होते हैं which is like this one is 100 mm, तो आप बीच वाले को या किसी को या इस वाले को वुडन फिनिश दे दिए, इसको लाल कलर कर दिया, इसको काला, you can play around. And इन डोर्स के अंदर you can have double glass, single glass, DGU, आप इसमें डाल सकते हैं something called drop seal। तो क्या होता है जब डोर खुलता है तो नीचे या डोर के नीचे कहीं थोड़ी सी गैप रह जाती है, तो उसके अंदर ड्रॉप सील फिट हो सकता है टू सील इट ऑफ, सो दैट द साउंड एज वेल एज डस्ट दे इट इज यू नो इट डजंट कम इन। और फिर इसके डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ हार्डवेयर इज देयर, यू नो, which can be used in different sizes of aesthetic, from aesthetic point of view, from strength point of view, different kind of functionality may be there. People may want कि इसके ऊपर मेरे को इलेक्ट्रॉनिक लॉक यूज करना है, कुछ करना है, सो वी हैव इवॉल्व्ड सिस्टम इन विच ऑल दिस इज पॉसिबल। ये सॉलिड पार्टीशंस हैं, वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग स्टफ, वेरी कटिंग एज स्टफ। इसके अंदर अभी आपके आज की तारीख में कभी आप बोलते होंगे कि मैं केबिन में बैठे हैं जी, यहाँ पे हमारे को वो दे दीजिए, ये पता नहीं बाबर ही है वो, सो यहाँ पे आप वो दे दीजिए, एक इलेक्ट्रिकल पॉइंट चाहिए, घर पे भी ऑफिस में भी कभी भी कोई, तो यू कैन डू इट। तो अभी आप क्या करते हो, तो उसको तोड़ना पड़ेगा, काटना पड़ेगा, तो आप यहाँ पे है ना वो केसिंग कैपिंग करके ऊपर से वो पट्टियां लगा के लेके, आप आई एम श्योर आपके स्टूडियो में कहीं ना कहीं हो रखा होगा, इन एवरीवेयर इट इज लाइक दैट, पर इस बड़े ऑफिस में भी मिल जाएगा, घर पे मिल जाएगा। केसिंग कैपिंग करके लेके आते हैं और उसके अंदर फिर वो ऊपर से सरफेस पे वो इलेक्ट्रिक बॉक्स लगा देते हैं, समथिंग लाइक दैट, यू नो। हमारे सिस्टम्स में आप क्या है कि इसके अंदर एक कॉन्टिन्यूस कैविटी रहती है, जब मर्जी पैनल और टेम्परेली फिक्स विद हुक्स, आपको पैनल को हटाइए, अंदर से कहीं से भी वायरिंग को खींचिए, पैनल के अंदर कटिंग करके स्विच बोर्ड बिठा करके 1-2 घंटे के अंदर आपका काम खत्म। एंड इफ यू वांट टू, अभी तो ये साहब बोलते हैं कि मेरे को तो यहाँ पे वाइट बोर्ड चाहिए या सॉफ्ट बोर्ड चाहिए, इन आवर सिस्टम्स इट इज वेरी इजी टू डू एंड इट हैज बीन यूज्ड इन लॉट ऑफ, जैसे जेनपेट के हर प्रोजेक्ट के अंदर स्पेसिफाई हो गया है। It is used in Prime Minister of Nepal's office. It is used in a lot of big institutions. We have got completely prefabricated kind of modular systems for wet areas like toilet pantries. आप prefab कर सकते हैं, बना सकते हैं modular, जिसमें stone and tiles can be embedded. And आपको मान लीजिए टॉयलेट के अंदर के प्लम्बिंग रिपेयर करनी है, तो आपने स्टोन हटाया और प्लम्बिंग को रिपेयर किया, वापस लगा दिया, that kind of thing can be there. And so completely drivable modular stuff. ये इंडस्ट्रियल शेड के अंदर आप फ्री स्टैंडिंग केबिल्स ऑन ऑफिस बना सकते हैं, जहाँ पे बहुत हाई सीलिंग्स होती हैं, यू नो, एंड देयर इज नो सरफेस इन विच यू कैन टेक सपोर्ट ऑफ, तो कम्प्लीटली फ्री स्टैंडिंग है। ये GMR हैदराबाद एयरपोर्ट का विजुअल है ये वाला, जिसके अंदर 35 फीट बाई 80 फीट बड़ा पार्टीशन ऑपरेशनल वर्किंग एयरपोर्ट के अंदर हमने 1 महीने के अंदर करके दिया था बिकॉज ऑफ द मॉड्यूलैरिटी। ये एक सिस्टम है जो हमने सीमेंस के लिए बनाया था फॉर रनिंग मेट्रोस ऑल दिल्ली के अंदर, NCR के अंदर और बहुत जगह पे मेट्रोज जो रन करती हैं उनको इक्विपमेंट माउंटिंग के लिए भी हम सिस्टम बना के दिए थे इन्हें। वर्क स्टेशन अंडर स्ट्रक्चर्स हैं Everything is green certified. Everything is completely aluminium. Different kind of shapes you can do. Different kind of finishes you can do. Very interesting stuff. You can play around with them. You can be creative with them. And then there's some patent floor junction box. I don't know whether you people are aware of floor junction box. जो अंडर फ्लोर कॉन्डिटिंग होती हैं और रेसवेज होते हैं वो भी हैं. अबव फ्लोर भी हम स्टैफिट रेसे बनाते हैं. फ्लोर जंक्शन बॉक्स हैं जिसके अंदर से आप वायरिंग को ड्रॉ कर सकते हैं. एंड द सेम फ्लोर फिनिश कैन बी एम्बेडेड ऑन इट. And these kind of stuff. Then we got some paneling systems. Okay, you also wanted to go about paneling, but I think I'm a little tired now. Paneling के बारे में बताने में आज.
Hey, so we have a separate session on partitions and paneling, sir. We'll short.
If you can do that, it would be lovely. And they can be corner guard and the skirtings and the transition profiles. So मैं profile ये आपको share कर दूँगा, so that आप लोगों को ये useful आए, because the more you learn, the more you grow, the more you get freedom to do what you want to do. You become a better designer. That is the intention. Go in depth things. That is the kind of attitude you should inculcate in yourself. So I must say thank you, Sharma ji, for this opportunity to share a few things.
It was our pleasure, sir, listening to you with such a experience and technical know-how of things, and getting them to that level where it's not just kind of solution, but it is a very rationalized solution for so many different problems, and integrating so many things together. It was really nice getting to know about you and your company and the kind of efforts which the team is making. And that also pushes me to this, that we may request you to take one more session specifically on partitions and panelings. Maybe in the they have their midterm exams. After that, probably we can plan it out, maybe in the end of beginning of April.
Welcome. एंड मैं तो कहूँगा आप दिल्ली कभी आएँ तो मे बी एक इंडस्ट्रियल विजिट के लिए आएँ तो मेरा एक्सपीरियंस सेंटर भी है. देन देयर आर अदर एक्सपीरियंस सेंटर्स आल्सो which I am different. आप 1-2 दिन के लिए अगर आएँ तो यू कैन गो मेबी 4-5 places or 6 places. बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस भी मिल सकता है. और anyone if you is just dropping by or passing by Delhi, anytime, no need to ask even, they can drop in here. And but as a आप आएंगे तो definitely बता के आएं. But otherwise, so you can drop in anytime.
And we'll plan it, and I'll discuss the kind of itinerary with you, so that we can have a small visit where your center can also be visited, and others also, as you are saying. So it will be a good experience and exposure for the students. So anybody would like to say or have any query further? So can we all applaud for him? Such a great effort.
Thank you so much. And take applause for yourself, I must say. You guys are very patient people.
No,
बैठे से सुन रहे हो.
no, definitely this owes to them, because they have been a good listener, no doubt about it.
I'm impressed. And you've got curious young minds who are listening patiently and imbibing in. I'm sure उसमें से आधा ही समझ में आया होगा, but it's okay. That's okay. Don't worry too much about it. कुछ भी आया, that is good. इसकी वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग दोबारा देख लीजिएगा. कुछ brochures हैं. This is the start of the journey. Become aware of these things. Slowly you will get a lot. You'll learn a lot. Don't worry about that.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for it.
Thank you. God bless you all. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.